San Antonio has effectively skipped the standard timeline, moving from the lottery to a 62-win season in record time. But that momentum halted at the finish line. A loss in the NBA Finals exposed a roster that lacked the physical size and depth to withstand a 7-game series. Because of that success, the rebuilding phase is officially over. The organization is no longer just trying to make the playoffs. They are focused on winning a championship. Moving from a contender to a champion is a unique challenge. It's no longer about finding stars. It's about the microscopic surgical adjustments required to close that final gap. Fortunately, the team is entering the next season with elite continuity, as their entire starting five is already under contract. Victor Wembanyama remains the generational centerpiece around which every other decision is made. He is paired with De'Aaron Fox, the veteran star acquisition who serves as the engine of the San Antonio backcourt. That duo is supported by a young core including Stephon Castle, Devin Vassell, and Julian Champagny. Since the starting lineup is solidified, the front office is free to ignore the trade market and focus entirely on the tedious math of optimizing the bench. There is no greater competitive advantage in basketball than having a superstar produce MVP numbers while they are still on a rookie-scale contract. This chart shows the scale of that advantage. For the 2026-27 season, Wembanyama's salary is only $16.7 million. However, a massive financial shift is coming. Wembanyama becomes extension eligible soon, with a projected deal that could reach $301 million if he meets performance escalators. At the same time, the team is already paying De'Aaron Fox through a $229 million extension that runs through 2030. This makes the current offseason a ticking clock. It is the final year the Spurs will have true spending flexibility before Wembanyama's extension limits how they can build the roster. To see how the Spurs move forward, we have to look at the financial boundaries that dictate their next steps. The team is starting with a projected roster salary of roughly $161 million. Above that figure are the aprons, strict spending limits at $209 and $222 million that carry heavy roster penalties. To add talent cheaply, they'll rely on their draft capital, holding 4 picks in the upcoming draft, including the 20th overall selection. For more established players, they have a $15 million mid-level exception, which allows them to sign veterans without immediately crossing the first apron. Balancing the roster within that $48 million gap is the key. It's the difference between building a sustainable supporting cast and facing long-term financial restrictions. Of course, cap space is just a number on a spreadsheet until it's used to solve the physical on-court issues that surfaced in the finals. The team is targeting 3 specific archetypes to fill out the bench: a physical power forward, a rim-running center, and more 3-and-D wing depth. The most difficult decision involves Harrison Barnes, who is hitting free agency and is the only top 10 scorer on the team with an expiring contract. Other pieces are easier to manage, like Julian Champagny, who has a highly affordable $3 million team option. The challenge for the front office is identifying which of their own veterans are essential to keep and which ones need to be replaced to improve the team's ceiling. This is why you won't see San Antonio chasing a headline-grabbing blockbuster trade this summer. The real growth will likely come from internal development, as young players like Dylan Harper and Carter Bryant are expected to take on significant rotation minutes. Every draft pick and salary exception is a calculated move toward a single objective. If the front office can navigate this final 5% of roster construction, they won't just be fixing a single playoff loss, they'll be positioning the team to compete at the highest level for years to come.